What's going on, everybody? Little late night in the truck action. No minivan tonight. Gotta go pick up some parts. Seems like I got into some people's feels again. Oh, Lord, oh Lord, why do I keep doing that? Same old, L. Same old, just, if I ain't working, I'm driving. If I ain't driving, I'm working. And I guess the new one I have to add in is if I'm not freaking getting in people's feels, I'm not breathing. What's going on, Rick Williams? Apparently people don't like the LS versus big block debate when you try to argue it on a point of intellect versus just, crap. I'm loving it too, but it starts to get a little freaking... The thing is that there's three levels of disagreement. And the first one is they try to discredit you. So they try to discredit what you're saying. You're making no sense. You're crazy. There's no fucking way you know what you're talking about. So that's the first phase. The second phase is they try to talk over you with knowledge that they feel is way above and beyond anything you could possibly comprehend. Like they try to talk over your head. The problem is that they're trying to talk over your head, but they're trying to talk over their own head. They don't know where your head's at. And then the third one is, well, just put money up. Why don't you put money where your mouth is? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do... Well, I have something that you don't. Okay, well, that's not what we were talking about. If we're talking about an argument of what is better, then support your argument. But don't sit here and try to use that I don't have what you have as support for. That doesn't work for me. What is the fastest stock 5.3 turbo truck that I know of? There's one in completely stock bottom end. Now, use that with a grain of salt. Completely stock bottom end for me is, same piston, same rods, same bearings, same rod bolts, same main bolts. And nothing done to the piston rings, but there's wiggle room in that. Fastest stock bottom end 5.3 that I know of, I think it ran like an 890 down in Dubai. I think it ran like an 893, but they sent it to the fucking moon. That thing was just freaking absolutely just like the borderline of exploding. So, hope that answers that one. It could be done. It can be done. It's not really out of the ordinary of being done. I'm not going to say they run the world, folks. Not going to say they run the world. Again, the argument turns quickly from trying to use facts to preference. If you want to argue the big block versus LS thing, don't take it to a place of preference. Use facts. That's what pisses people off. When you're able to actually use shit that's in front of them. They can't sit here and argue it. When you use shit that's in front of them, then then they're going to switch to money, they're going to switch to this, and they're going to switch to that. But they can't argue facts. Yeah, that was my answer. You heard me say it. How many big blocks ran like machos last year? I'll wait. None. The closest was Rose, and he did 2 runs at one event. Again, folks, Macho's LSA, say what you want to say about it. Say it's Hollywood, say it's this, put it however you want to put it. Macho's LSA did a minimum of 3 runs an event for a minimum of 3 events. He did 3 runs every event for a minimum of 3 events over the course of 4.5 months, and went 16-4. I think it was either 15-3 or 16-4. I'd somewhere there. What the fuck was that? Oh, okay. Not to smoke a Ford. Just because you got stickers on your shit don't mean nothing, buddy. You wanna flash me, that's fine. Fucking pick a fight you don't want. You know? The argument that they sit there and say, again, not to give Donk massive support or no support, but the argument is that big blocks are better than LSs. Okay, cool. A big block is better than an LS. On up to 1,500 horses, there's nothing a big block will do that an LS cannot do. So that takes that argument out of it. Up to 1,500 horses. Above 1,500 horses, now we're talking 2,000, 3,000 horsepower. Okay, then that's a different argument that we're having for a different day. But up to 1,500 horses, there is nothing that an LS will be beat by as far as a big block. 2, reliability. If you want to argue reliability, I'll argue reliability all day. An LS is more reliable than anything a big block will ever be. That is not even a question. Pulling away from me, buddy, so don't even try it. Got a guy in a 504 that swears to God he's gonna spray the fuck out of it and just blow by me. That's not gonna happen, kid. Not on this watch. Now the only fucked up part about it is I don't know if there's any cops out here right now. Traffic's too deep. There we go. Now he wants to say something. Buddy. It's funny how he's got to go to his spray and I don't have to go to anything other than my throttle. But what do I know? lot of traffic, and there's rain. Will they please school that Ford boy? F-150 5.0 full bolt-ons on E85 with spray, and he can't pull on me. What's that tell you? And I'm in a 6.0 cam and headers only. And he's in that new freaking F-150 with that 10-speed. So don't even give me that. If he wants to race from a dig, I'll freaking hand him his ass. I don't know what the fuck these people want with me. Stop fucking with me! Be proud of your 12-second time slips. You're damn fucking right I'm proud of them, because I built them, goddammit. I'm proud I built my shit. When it comes to trucks, if you ain't running a fucking nitrous or a turbo truck, don't come next to me. Make me have to fucking go put a 408 in this fucking bitch and start dragging motherfuckers' asses. By the hairs on their fucking nuts, I'll start dragging people with this son of a bitch. Don't make me get that fucking swagger, I swear to God, don't make me get it. My mom knows. Mama's watching, she knows. Don't make me have to get that fucking swagger back, folks. Oh, God, no. One of my favorite bloggers was sitting there and saying today that you have to have a slight bit of psychopath in you to be successful. You have to walk around thinking you're the fucking best thing in the goddamn planet. I have been humble for too motherfucking long. I have been humble for too motherfucking long because I've been told that I need to be humble. You know what? That's about to stop. That is seriously about to stop. I've been humble because I've been worried about taking care of my kids. I've been humble because I've been worried about being nice to people. If I gotta freaking start long dong silver and then freaking smacking people in the face with my cock, I'm gonna end up doing it. And yeah, I said it. And my mom's watching. What? 45 fucking years old. My mom doesn't understand I'm gonna talk like that sometimes. I'm sorry, mama. People don't want that, dude. People don't want that shit. People don't want that shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna sit here and talk down to me and act like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when I'm trying to have an educated discussion with people. And everybody wants to walk around like they're freaking big ass shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck if you're HD Caprice. I don't give a fuck if you're Blue Magic. I don't give a fuck if you're Rose. I don't give a fuck who you are. Don't talk down to me. I don't talk down to nobody. I talk to everybody at the same level I would expect to be treated. Don't talk down to me. Don't begin to act like you know everything when God knows you don't know everything. Sorry. This pisses me the fuck off. It's not my fault that people in freaking Miami, in Dade County, in Broward County haven't figured out how to tune an LS the right fucking way and they're getting ripped off by 3/4 of the shops down there. It's not my fault. Because if you're asking for proof, there's lots of proof. But if you're asking to sit there and put shit on the negative, there's tons of ways you can fucking swing it. Hello, there's a guy sitting here and arguing that there's a need to build a motherfucking wall. And there are people that believe him. Because he puts out fucking numbers and data and fucking all kinds of freaking studies that we know are freaking twisted to support his fucking cause. When the proof is in front of you. Bro, people are still arguing freaking big block over LS when Macho went 16-4. I mean, what the fuck has to happen? Does Jesus Christ have to come down, build a fucking LS3 himself with a twin turbo setup and fucking run the life out of everybody to the point where he's holding their souls in his hands? Like, does it have to happen like that? The debate should be over. It should come down, the debate should be what's your preference, not what's better than the other. Because an LS is not inferior to a big block. It is not. It should come down to your preference. The argument should be from now on, what is it that you prefer? Do you prefer a big block or do you prefer an LS? And why? That should be the argument. It shouldn't be, you know, oh, a big block gonna make way more power than this, and we're gonna, with the combustion pressures, and please, stop it. You're making yourself sound like an idiot. Stop it. And you know what? I concede it, because I'll sit here and say it, Black Flag, to 1,500 horses. There is nothing a big block can do that an LS cannot do equally. It's not going to happen. It's just not. That's just where we're at with it. Period. Remember, I'm being fair. To 1,500 horses, there is nothing that a big block will do that an LS cannot do. Above 1,500 horses, yes, displacement becomes an issue, and it's still debatable. But if you're looking to do 2,500, 3,500, 4,000 horses, yes, you need more than 500 cubic inches. I concede that. That's not an argument. It's like sitting here and trying to say that you need to build a freaking container ship to carry half the state of fucking Georgia. Can you do it with 50 ships that are smaller? Yes, but one big ship will do. I get that. I'm not freaking arguing that point. Oh, well, in Street Outlaws, look what happened to LSs. Because they're all 2,500 horses or better. They're all $50,000 motors or better. Just the motor. Some people got $100,000 in their car. These people have $50,000 into their engine. Without an ounce of oil, gas, or antifreeze in the son of a bitch. There are guys on Street Outlaws that have in their turbos, more than some people have in their freaking entire car in the freaking Donk community. And fuck around and ask me. Because those ProMod 88 91s ain't cheap. But if you want to use the argument, no power adder, 800 on pump gas, yeah, you can do it with an LS. There's plenty of them out there. All fucking day, there are plenty of them out there. As a matter of fact, I could probably put an LS in a Donk. You could put a big block in a Donk, both NA. I could make less horsepower and outrun you. Because it's not about peak numbers. It's how you make your numbers, how drivable it is, what you can do with it. But people don't want to fucking believe the truth. Why? Because it takes something from their soul. It means that they're giving up a little bit of their fame, a little bit of their freaking, of their power that they assume that they got. Folks, if I never build another LS engine, if I never tune another freaking Chevrolet, I'm still me. I don't lose anything. Yeah, it's not an argument. Again, there's no argument as far as displacement. You're not going to argue it, so why try? You have to be the dumbest person in the planet to try to argue that you have an engine that's equal in displacement and cubic inches as a big block when you're talking LS. It's impossible. It's impossible. Yeah, the power curve. Yes, a big block will make more torque earlier, but I can make more torque across farther of the power band, meaning I can make more torque across more RPM for a longer period of time than you can with a big block. It's a known fact. But again, I will not sit here and argue that. And you're right. You're 100% right. When they do that, talk to me. Why do you think all the guys in Street Outlaws got out of freaking nitrous and went into turbos? The last guy in Street Outlaws that's still nitrous is Donk, and he ain't gonna be nitrous very long. Why? Because they figured it out. Melting your fucking motor down every goddamn freaking event isn't smart. You can throw the bitch on fucking twin turbos, make the same power that you would make with nitrous, but not have to rebuild it every fucking run. So you can dial your car in. You can do some setup on your chassis. You can actually get some fucking tractor. But I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing what preference is. When we're talking 2,000 horses or more, you know what? I'm going to go and build a big block. I will sit here and say that. If I'm building a pro mod, if I'm building a car to go after the guys in Street Outlaws, yes, I'm going more than 2,000 horses. I am going more than 600 cubic inches. I'm not fucking around. It makes no sense too. Murder Nova is one of the guys that I freaking look up to when it comes to Street Outlaws. But look at what's been going on ever since he went from big block to small block, just to gain more RPM. Yeah, it's a learning curve. He should have just stayed big block. He was happier. His car was happier. It was working. His problem wasn't power. His problem was, honestly, the chassis. That's what his problem was. His car was so freaking hit or miss. One day it would hook, one day it wouldn't. I mean, you know, you can't fight that. That's the car. That's not the motor. That's not the tuner. That's not the builder. That's the car. The car just wants what it wants. Some cars are just the way they fucking are. But don't sit here and argue the whole big block over freaking LS thing. The argument should be over. Y'all know I'm not cool with freaking in and out. How many runs has CC done on the same engine? How many runs has Savage done on the same engine? How many runs has Master done on the same engine? Multiple runs at multiple events. That's why I got on their asses when they wouldn't do 2 runs or 3 runs or lied about their shit breaking. Because we know the reliability's there, so why lie? If you broke, you broke. If you didn't break, you didn't break. We're going to figure that out in a hurry. So don't lie. If you're trying to spray lag out of a big turbo, it's because you have the wrong turbo. Everybody thinks bigger is better. Everybody thinks that getting larger is better. It's not. You don't need it. For 1,500 horses or less, you don't need it. But everybody is under the freaking impression that you have to freaking spray the world down. Nitrous is the answer. It's not. Folks, nitrous is outlawed in World Rally, and yet they've got other ways of doing anti-lag without nitrous. And they've been doing it for 30 years. Audi was doing it back in '85. So don't give me the bit that you need to spray a motor to get lag out of it. It's bullshit. If you're running that big of a motherfucking turbo, then you've got a problem. Run a bigger engine. That's why a lot of guys in Street Outlaws are going to bigger freaking motors. Why do you think Larry Lawson is running the biggest fucking turbo ever known to man in the S10? Because they give him a weight break. Because they know one big turbo is going to need a lot of work. And if he runs a turbo and nitrous, they're going to put weight on his car. And Macho is spraying his LSA because, unfortunately, to get above 1,100 horses is what you're going to need. He doesn't have enough supercharger, which, folks, he's selling his motor. So don't think for 1 minute he's not going to come back with something that isn't as reliable and stronger than what was in it. But he's got the car set up for it. So now he knows what to do. They're scared of Boost Doctor because Boost Doctor can do multiple runs and not blow up his engine. So he can get the track feel a lot easier than they can. They're going to get maybe 1 run and they can't go hard. They can go maybe 2 runs and they can't full spray it. Because they run the risk of melting down their pistons. They get it. Donks are a different breed. They're like trucks, folks. I've built trucks for almost 10 years. Don't sit here and tell me I don't know how to make something heavy and big move. I'll put this truck on a scale, put whatever freaking donk you want on a scale, and tell me my truck don't weigh the same, if not more. Don't tell me that, because I'll go and weigh the son of a bitch. It all depends on what cam and what you're running. Everybody is scared of turbo LSs because the moment that tuners and builders get it in their fucking heads that they do not need to shoot for the fucking moon power-wise, that all they need to do is put enough power to go A to B and make the rest of the car work, that's when big block guys are going to finally fucking have their asses handed to them. That's when everybody in the big block community gonna go to LS. Because all you gotta do is figure out, you don't need 1,800, 1,900 horses. You don't need it. You don't need it. 11, 1,200 horses will do the same job if you hook and book, can cut a good 60 foot, and make the thing go A to B. 500 horses means nothing if you're spinning. Spinning ain't winning. Again, remember, it's not about how much horsepower you put down. It's how you can put it down that matters. That's what matters. Fuck everything else. An 1,100 horsepower car is going to get beat if he's spinning out to 300 feet by a 600 horsepower car that hooked, ran a 1,760 foot, and is on its way to 330. Gonna lose every time. And I'm not the one making this up. You know, I'm not making this up. This is fucking truth. And for all the people that sit there and say, I don't race, you don't watch what I do every day. You think I don't race. You pray that I don't race. I practically live at the track out here. I've got my laptop with me all day, every day, and I am literally street racing and running at the track almost every day. And am I proud of my 13-second truck? You damn fucking skippy. But I am out there racing every fucking day. So all I gotta do is put more power in this thing to go faster. It ain't because I can't go faster. It's because I physically don't have enough horses right now. But be afraid if I have it. Be very afraid if I got 1,100 horses underneath the hood of this thing or anything. Be very afraid. If it's something that I own and I built and it's got 1 in the first column followed by a couple of zeros, by 3 zeros, be very afraid. Because I am not an easy beat. I don't beat myself at the light. I will not be caught sleeping. I'm not going to red light, and I'm not going to do anything other than give the car the best fucking ride it ever had since a porn star got on top of freaking Long Dawn Silver. So that's the fucking truth. So if that's the case, and I'm a competent driver, and I'm a competent tuner, and I'm a competent builder, I'm going to be a competent competition. I'm going to be the kind of person you will not walk over. I will lose just as easily as I win. We're going to sit here and act like I don't know. Please. And for all the people who are going to sit there and act like I don't know who you are, folks, should I know who you are? Because if I'm supposed to know who you are and you got to tell me who you are, who the fuck are you? You ain't nobody. Let me get this very fucking straight. If you got to tell somebody who you are, you're no one. Real fucking talk. Just came here to visit my buddy. Hey, Tim, open the door. I'm outside. I know you're watching. Yeah, like I gotta ask if you open the door or not. They got me freaking bent out of shape, man. This is my boy Timbo. If y'all want to see Timbo,
I want to go fast.
First and last time you're gonna see money, me showing money on my Instagram. That's all I got to say. Remember what I'm gonna tell y'all, folks. If you gotta tell someone who the fuck you are, you ain't nobody. I know who Big Chief is. I know who Murder Nova is. I know pretty much everybody on Street Outlaws. I know who they are. So if they pulled up next to me, I know who the fuck they are. And yeah, let me get one. And another thing too, if I get in your feels, folks, and you're gonna turn around and say I'm nobody, what does that say about you? Because I'm getting in your feels because you're paying attention to what this nobody's doing. I'm paying attention to people up here. I could give two shits a fuck and a freaking asshole about what people are doing down here. They're not my yardstick. I don't talk down to nobody, and I don't talk negative about nobody. Everyone can come up just like the next person. But I will never sit here and say that anyone that I feel is my equal is someone I need to pay attention to. You know who I want to beat? Tim probably never heard it. You know who I want to beat in the racing community? The one guy I want to walk past? Lutz.
What? Oh, Jeff.
I want to beat Lutz. I want to build a car one day that can compete with something that Lutz has got. I don't care if it's the 57. I don't care if whatever, something he's got. I want to race him one day, and at least at the very minimum, not get zip coded by the guy. Be able to compete, not get totally embarrassed. Because then that just gives me motivation to build something else. That's it. That's all I want. I don't care if I lose. I just want to give somebody a freaking go. You just missed that. Freaking some kid in a freaking gray 5.0 extended cab F-150 on spray with a whole bunch of numbers from Evadale was trying to do pulls with me on the 10. Yeah.
That's I'll look. I know who it is. He works out there at Goodyear.
Yeah, he's spraying on E85. Yeah. And the thing is, he would give me the hit. He'd get next to me, and then that was it. He never really pulled away from me. There was too much traffic for me to just let it open up past 120. So I didn't freaking draw away from him. He didn't draw away from me. So I'm still feeling good. I feel good when I can compete against people, you know. Would I do a build to show the Donk World of Point? I've been waiting to do it. I've been waiting to do it for the longest. I will continue to say what I'm saying. Somebody wants me to build one, I'll build a freaking Donk at cost. You sign a contract, you pay for the parts, I'll build it at cost. I don't want $1. Let's go racing, let's go spank some motherfuckers. Period. Because I will build a car that will do the freaking true challenge. I will race 3 different tracks in 3 different states on 3 different days and drive to each one no trailer. And that car will run the same times at each track, no trailer. And then this way people can shut up. Because I'll put up a Donk and I'll say whatever Donk's out there that's on freaking a big block, I'll give you 2 tracks on 2 days. And you could trailer from one to the other. Just do 2 passes each track. I don't think there's many that are going to be out there. I don't think there's many that'll take me up on that. And put up a good time? No. That's it. Because where his gas is at. You heard my boy in the background. That's all I got to say. Finally, you want to do it, 40 cal? Send me a DM. I'm down. You willing to sign that contract and put your name on the line? I'm fine with it. I have said it before. I will say it again. No, it was gray.
That is gray.
No, it was like
that's silver.
It was like a dark. That's silver.
Yeah,
that wasn't
it. It's just the way the light is. Look.
It was like
that's silver.
That might have been it, but it wasn't on those rims.
No, he's not on those rims no more. That's the only truck that's running around here. Mm-hmm. That's a single cab F-150 that's on the E85 and spray. That's Jay.
Does he live off of 12?
I don't know.
Because he got off on 12. I was on 9. I was on 10. He got off on 12, headed up towards Mauriceville. No problem, Mel. I've been saying it for the longest. Anybody want to step up? DM me. I'm in. I will put it here again, since people don't really see this much, but y'all can watch it. If I raise people in the Donk community, I don't want money. I'll take out whatever it took to get me there, a couple bucks from my time, and I will go donate the rest. I'll go down to the Salvation Army, I'll go find some homeless guy down the street, go take him and let him eat at a freaking 5-star restaurant. I'll do something. I'll go find a family that got displaced in freaking Hurricane Harvey or Hurricane Maria or whatever freaking hurricane that hit anywhere and donate that money to get them going. I will do stuff to help people. with money that I win from other people that all they do is, make it fucking rain. Just to freaking burn them. Because this ain't about money. Y'all think this is about money. This ain't about money. If I was about my fucking money, I wouldn't be on here. I'd have like 100,000 fucking followers. I'd be kissing everybody's fucking ass and I'd be making cash hand over fucking fist. No, I'm never gonna be rich. But I will be rich of heart, soul, action. Alright, what's going on, KP? Yeah, I'll turn it on later. So, people need to get that shit the fuck straight. I'm abrasive as freaking 20 grit sandpaper. I don't care though. I will stand behind what I've said. Exactly, man. We'll lock it. Don't worry, Axel, we'll lock it. You know that, I ain't scared. You can bring the Underground Railroad. We go heads up, let's roll. Me and Black Flag can get it. Tell you, Kobe, you can get it. I'll race you in the truck, I don't care. I'll take the L, shake your hand, and freaking go have a beer with you afterwards. I don't care. I'll take the win just the same way. KP can come and get it too when she gets her car out. I'm equal opportunity freaking drag racer. I don't care. I'll race a woman just the same way as I race a man. Don't bother me none. I won't feel bad if I get beat by a girl. Hello? I got 5 daughters. Talking to a guy that believes in equality and equal opportunities. So I can give 2 shits about that. But don't sit here and start talking like, LS over big block, and or big block over LS. It's preference, folks. The conversation should be dead. There's no way that there's no way that anybody can sit here and tell me based on facts. Can give me based on facts. It was definitely E85. I know what spray sounds like. Tomorrow night in Orlando? I'd love to, brother. I'd love to, but I ain't about to drive that way 19 hours right now. Besides,
whoever it was, Jay's the only one I know that's got a truck like that.
Yeah, it was either single cab or an extended cab. I don't remember, but it was like a dark silver F-150, loud as shit on a freaking drag pack. I'll run you, Kobe, though. Don't worry about it. I ain't afraid. There you go, KP. Go run him. Go run him. Run him in your Camaro, KP. You got his ass. I got 5 on KP. Who want to take that? Cash App ready. And I don't mean 500. I mean like $5. I got $5 on KP over Black Flag. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Go ahead, girl. Go looking for that smoke. You don't gotta go far. Just find Kobe. Go down to Orlando. Go race his ass tomorrow. Go for it. He ain't that far from me. I want to see Roos. You know what? I actually want to see CMB actually do solid passes, like do a whole event, and not blow up or break or something. I want to see that happen first. There's a lot of people got to prove they can do more than one run an event this year. They can't do that. They should really just shift to something else. He's one of them. Bruce is another one. Bruce has got to stop blowing up his freaking car every freaking run. I mean, it just has to stop.
Patrick's in the Ford world. He hears things. Because there was a few trucks and tracks Saturday night. It was Fords. It was running. A couple of them. The new Fords.
I mean, I respect Bruce a ton, but he needs to get it together, man. Yeah, I know Patrick already got a hit list out on me.
Right, we ain't doing nothing.
All right, KP, go get it. You got him. The topic for today: is an LS better than a big block, or is a big block better than an LS? I sit here and say the conversation's over. They're both the same to 1,500 horses. But that's just what I'm working on. What do y'all say? What's going on, Doc boys? Where you been, brother? Waiting on you. Yo, Garrett, what's going on, man? Yeah, it don't matter. Don't worry about it. She'll race you just for fucking the hell of it. You're just in a little V6 Camaro. She'll run you for the hell of it. She needs some experience in pressure situation. Don't lose to her now, Axel. Don't lose to her now. KP, don't do that. Don't say that. Don't say wait till you finish learning. The only way you're gonna learn is by lining up next to people. Go line up against a man and take the L like you're gonna take the W. Go do it. Don't be scared. Go up there and do it. Because you got a good chance of beating him. Just like you got a good chance of losing to him. You got a good chance. Give him a shot. The worst thing that can happen is you get the jitters. You get rid of the jitters. Lining up against people that you ain't gonna race, you don't have any pressure against, versus people that you don't want to lose to this cat. It's a difference, big difference. Even if it was fast, KP, go race him. The only way you're gonna learn is by getting in the lanes next to somebody that you can compete with. Believe me, I got my ass smacked around by way too many cars back in the day. We all do. Right, Tim? We all get our asses beat a million times.
Yep.
You know? Oh no, I'm not sleeping on his car. I'm just saying I'd like to see his car, do more than 2 runs. That's all I mean. I'm not asking a lot. I mean, if we're going to sit here and ask the same of the other car that looks like his, then it's only fair. It's only fair. Oh, I'm gonna sit here and chill with my boy. What you really need, KP, honestly, is you just need seat time. Don't worry about the GoPro. Just get seat time. Axel want to race you? Race anybody who wants to race you at the tree. Just go there, line up, and go. Get your slips. Do 5, 6, 7 runs a night. Your car's stock. You're not going to really hurt it much. Go out there and race. What's going on, Larry? Go out there and race. Get some time behind the light and go for it. Is it hard putting an LS in a convertible multi-88? It's not hard putting LS in anything if you just got the time and the want to do it. Anybody can do it. I mean, if I can, you can. Well, get the car over to me, Doc boys. You know where I'm at. I'm here waiting on you. Even if your car ran 15, dude, she just needs to get in the next lane next to somebody and just actually run. And get those time slips and see and keep running, just keep running and keep running and keep running and keep running and keep running until, she's comfortable at the tree. That's all. Just my opinion, you're going to do what you want, KP. There you go, see? That's what I want to see. We can run it. Go ahead. Go for it. Like I said, I got $5 on KP. What's going on, Graham boy? I got $5 on KP. I'm gonna support my girl. Trying to get stuff done, man. Keep going. Yeah, there you go. Keep going, girl. Nope, not going to Atlanta anytime soon, man. Atlanta trips are probably on the back burner until the middle or end of April right now. Wife started a new job. She's got some trainings. I can't get out of the state for a hot minute. I can do maybe a freaking day or two out, but I got to fly out, fly back. So I'm not going to have time to work on your car in Atlanta, brother. Sorry. I understand everything, so. But it is what it is. What's going on, Mississippi boy? Well, DM me, man. I'll take care of you. I'll definitely take care of you, man. So, the good thing about being here in the shop now is that now I got time. I got Tim to give me a hand on his days off, so I can knock shit the fuck out. We gotta get his G8 lined up for that daily, not daily class. You got it, KP. Just go and run, girl. Run until you're blue in the face. Keep running at the track until it becomes boring. That's when you know you got it. When you're bored, when you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna run another 14.7. That's when you know you got it. When you can call your number, that's when you got it. Whatever your number is, when you can call it, that's when you know you got it. Yeah, hey, you're putting the work in. It's more than a lot of people can say. Am I coming to Stumpfest? No, I am not. With the wife starting a new job, I cannot leave the state for a while because I got to stay home and take care of the kids. You got 20 on KP and you're the one racing her. You're going to throw the race, man. Come on. Quit with that shit. Use a fool, Black Flag. Use a fool. What's going on, Grind Photo? Tell you, the CEO Larrys of the world might have something to say about this, big block over LS debate. I don't know why people are arguing it. I really don't. I still, for the life of me, do not get this argument. I don't get it. I mean, Tim. Yeah, he probably hadn't watched this. Hey, Tim, let me ask you a question. Oh, for you?
For the rear.
Ooh.
For the car.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
Ooh, everything?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. Are you're 5 on 4 or?
I like to change rear calipers.
Okay, to go 15, right?
Yeah. But I ain't running 60 on my car. I'm gonna run 50.
If you want to do the conversion, go for it, man.
It's not bad. What's this at?
Okay, so here's my question. A guy with a freaking LSA, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he's spraying it, we get it. But a guy with an LSA powered 73 convertible went 16-3 or 15-4 over 3 events, 4.5 months. It did no less than 3 runs an event. And people want to argue that you need to have a big block to be successful. He don't know shit about donks. See, y'all gotta understand something. Not everybody that I fuck with is about freaking donks and trucks and shit. Let me. Where's see, this the kind of shit that I be fucking with. When you got that and there's nothing in there, but you got that sitting there. This the kind of shit we fucking with over here. I don't need to tell y'all what's gonna go in there. See, this is how we do shit. You see, it's just sitting there, just waiting.
When you pull an RB25 DT Skyline motor out of it to put a LS motor in it, LS for life. LS.
dominate any big block.
It's all the build, the tuning.
It's all how you set it up. It's all how you set it up. What's going on, MD? What's going on, Chris G? It's all about how you set it up. This thing says I got 5 more minutes, so I'll vibe out with y'all for 5 more minutes. So remember, I ain't only about trucks. Trucks, cars, anything that goes fast. And just because y'all think I don't get all flashy and post every time I'm out at the track, don't think I'm not racing. Just like KP, she don't post it. Don't have to. Stay quiet. Build what you gotta build and get out there. Folks that want to say big blocks are more dominant than LSs, then get out there and show it. The track gonna sort it the fuck out. I mean, Larry's giving, that guy the back tire. He ain't afraid of him. I don't think Larry's been afraid of anybody. Yeah, it's the same group of people racing the same group of people, and they think that because they beat people in that group, that's the freaking sample size of everything. Because one guy keeps freaking spitting transmission parts all over the floor, now you can't run a 4L80. Has anybody ever thought that maybe it's because they don't know how to build a freaking 4L80? Because one guy blows up his LS every freaking run, and all of a sudden it's all LS is a junk. No, they're not. Just because one guy does one thing wrong doesn't mean the rest of the fucking world is instantly fucked. If that was the case, God, Jesus Christ would be screwed up. One of the apostles didn't do right. Oh, how many times did freaking Moses fuck up? Just truth. If that's the case, then, big blocks ought to suck. How many freaking piston rings and engine blocks have freaking Bruce blown up in the last year? And he still keeps going to it. Just because one person can't make something work does not make them the end-all, be-all, the description of the whole thing. And just because that person that may have figured it out isn't famous, doesn't mean they don't know what they're doing. It just means that they're not famous because they know what they're doing. What was it the Joker said? If you're good at anything, never do it for free. And I don't. I help, I give advice, but I don't do shit for free. Well, folks, I got to get off this thing. It's about to kick me off. I shall check y'all out later. And let's rule the world. We'll see who jumps in here first. But I know somebody's showing up. See how long it takes these kids to chase your dad down. What's going on, folks? I must have seriously gotten somebody's freaking feels today. God forbid a person actually tries to have an intellectual conversation and prove to people that preference is not dominance. What's going on, El Gringo? What's going on, Ken Harrison? Crazy, huh? Crazy to think that you can actually sit here and have a discussion. No, what's funny, El Gringo, is Bruce posted a video of HD Caprice all motor beating a turbo-built Fox body. The guy that built the turbo Fox body actually cleared up what was in it. It's a stock 4.6 modular motor. Now, I wouldn't technically call it a U-Haul motor, but your built, devastating, absolutely crazy big block motor got beat. What basically got beat by a hairdryer mounted on top of a Crown Vic motor. What's up, Gab? Hope work's going good. Shout out to my daughter. Ladies love Gab down there. What's up, Ken Harrison? I still don't understand why people want to come down and have this discussion with me. Yeah, 2-valve. 4.6 valve. Oh, yes. Go check it out. Dude, it supports my freaking point. I'm like, I just don't understand people. Why do people want to come and have a discussion against me when it comes with this? I'm not at it. It's just, they keep going. I left it alone. Bruce had to post something about it. This person had to, I keep getting freaking tagged, so I'll just, I don't know what I'm going to do about it. Part of me is just like, I don't even freaking want to talk about it no more because it's like nothing to discuss, but it's crazy. Yeah, I know exactly. I know it's crazy, Ken Harrison. I don't. Just to clear a couple things out without a whole bunch of yelling and screaming. Whatever you prefer to build, it's your preference. Don't knock my preference because of yours. That's the first thing. Second, if you're going to claim dominant and you're going to claim that something is vastly superior to something else, have facts, not opinion, to back up what you're saying. Don't feel or have an opinion or think that what you're talking about is better than the other thing. Have facts. And when I mean facts, come with something a little bit substantial. Opinion is not fact. Don't be mad at a person that has education, and don't be mad at a person who learns stuff, you know? Exactly. Just build your car and race it. But now it's starting to get actually personal. It's starting to actually get into a thing where people are starting to question how you are, what you are, whether I'm watching my kids or not, like who's babysitting them. I'm babysitting them. How about that one? You know? How smart you are, how stupid you appear. You know? It's... You can make anything into anything, Ken Harrison. The proof is out there. You can make anything into anything if you wanted to. You just have to be a little bit creative, and you just have to have a little bit of sense of what you're doing. And anybody can make anything into anything. It does, man. But what sucks is that you get these people that want to continue to argue the whole point. And I get it. Bruce is doing it to stir up the pot. What's up, Elle? Yeah. What's up, son? Yeah, I know. I heard the dryer. Papa gonna get it. No, nothing. You didn't miss nothing. Just FYI, I had to jump on. Bruce is still doing his thing. I'm just like, I just want to clear it out before it keeps coming back to me. And people keep saying stuff to me. I've been getting tagged about this stuff for like the last hour, and I'm kind of tired of it. I'm really tired of it. So, folks, do me a favor. Please stop tagging me on all this junk. Come on, son. This way. No, out. Out of the laundry room. Come on. We come out of the laundry room. Let's go. That way. I'm just really tired about it. You don't even really need a really good tuner. You just need somebody competent. You know, work within your means, folks. You know, work within the ability that you have and work within the confines of what you're working with. Don't sit there and get pissed off because you're asking someone to do something that they're not capable of doing. I'm not going to go and ask June to tune an LS. It's not something that he does. What's the problem? What do you want? What do you want, Sebastian? You want juice? Come on, I'll give you juice. It's out here. Close it. I get your juice. Close it. I put it away because I know you guys like to go into the juice box. What's going on, Manny? I'll put you on. I got a juice box for you, Papa. Unknown to a lot of y'all, I'm also dad. What's going on, man? Nothing, brother. I got everybody freaking up and angry, man.
You see that motherfucking big block, bro? You see that big block there, boy? You see that motherfucking pressure, boy? You see that motherfucking pressure back there, boy? what? Whoa, hey, fuck LS, man. Nah, just fuck with you, man. What's going on, man?
No,
What's happening? Happy birthday, man.
Same things, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
How you
I
doing?
was gonna ask you what the hell? It's not snowing out there. Why you got all that weight in the back? You don't need extra traction.
I'm trying to pop a wheelie. The fuck you talking about? I'm trying to pop a wheelie with that big block right now. Hey!
You got that.
I'm trying to put that shit in my Chevrolet, man.
You got that LS45 rolling in there, son of a bitch, huh?
I got the LS20. What you want to do with that?
Let's go, man. Let's go. I got this freaking 988 big block. Let's roll. The thing gets
Sounds good.
The thing gets 0.1 to the gallon. We can make this happen.
Shit, and me, I got E85, baby. $1.50 a day. I don't care.
Let me tell you.
I got food stamps on deck.
Let me tell you something, man.
I got food stamps on deck.
Let me tell you something, man. I've been sitting here. I got this freaking 1,400 cubic inch big block. The moment I turned that thing on, I freaking ran 2 seconds in a quarter mile. How about that?
Damn, sounds good. Sounds good.
Man, I put that thing in there. The moment I put the oil, I gained freaking 3 seconds in a quarter mile. What are you talking about? Y'all got nothing.
Okay, adios.
All right. You gotta have fun, man. You gotta keep it light. Gotta keep it light, folks. Gotta keep it light. You know, just gotta keep it light. You know, everybody don't have to do the same thing. You're right, man. You're right. You know, it's just. Let me just say this right now. Just get it out of there. Let me just get it out of there. I'm glad Manny jumped in to freaking make me laugh a little bit. I need a little bit. Do me a favor, folks. Stop tagging me in all this crap. I'm sorry if y'all mad at me. I'm sorry if I'm the person that freaking burst somebody's bubble. I'm sorry if I'm now the freaking poster child for LSs. You know? I'm sorry if that's me. If that's me, if it took this to bring LSs to the freaking front in the freaking big rim community, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't nobody. But don't get mad at me because I put a hole in your life, you know? Yeah, I know, man. It seems like that, Trippy. It seems like I upset everybody. I don't know. Like, I've been getting tagged by a bunch of people saying, oh, look at all this shit they're talking. Look at all that shit they're talking. But the thing that gets me is that why the hell are they talking it? Why do people feel the need to have to defend where they're standing with it when it comes to freaking big blocks? Why? If you have such a dominant setup, if you have the best engine in the world, you know, if you have the best setup in the planet, if you're so fucking fast, why do you gotta constantly keep defending yourself? Why? Because I'm not defending myself. I just sit there and say, throw whatever you want to throw out there. I have facts, numbers, data. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I can work with. Hell, I'll even use your own words. That's the thing that gets me is that I don't harbor ill will towards anybody unless you call me out my name or want to say anything negative about my kids or my family. I'm good with everything. I'm just a mild-mannered man, cleaning car seats and taking care of babies. And I build cars when I got a chance. I have, you know, I got enough ego and enough pride to last me a lifetime. Yeah, that's probably it. It's probably because of winter and they're bored. I believe it. But why does it have to be such a freaking touchy subject? I mean, you got Bruce going out there and getting people off the street on bicycles talking about freaking big blocks are better. I mean, that's how far down we got to go. We got to catch some guy on a bike. What's going on, OG? Yo, come over here and pedal over here right quick and tell these boys about the freaking LSs being junk. I mean, really? Really? I mean, is that what we're going now? There's nothing to get nobody's freaking oil pressure up that you got to sit here and now start to freaking search for things to start to argue about and not have a freaking leg to stand on? Nah. Let me explain to y'all in very simple terms why our LS is not more popular in Donks. Yeah, he's entertaining. I love him, man. He's funny. You know, why our LS is not more popular in Donks. And the reason why they're not is because, unfortunately, people are afraid of technology. Exactly. They like the old school stuff because it's easy. They're scared of computers. You got a lot of people that can't have very little technological savvy.
They barely know how to send emails. No knock on them. I know a lot of guys that can't read that could freaking tune carburetors on a freaking Ferrari better than anybody I've ever seen. So what you know book smart doesn't make you smart. But you've got so many people that are just so afraid of technology that it's going to make them obsolete, that it's going to make them not have a way of life anymore, that they are willing to do whatever it takes to defend it. Why do you think white people hate blacks and Hispanics so much? Is it because we're better? No, it's because they're afraid that we're going to be equal. And at the moment we're equal, they are no longer superior. Because they have to admit it to themselves, we're equal. And that's the reason why it exists. So all this big block over LS talk, it's preference, folks. And if you try to sit there and make it anything else other than it ain't, you're not sitting here and being true to yourself and true to the game. You know? And I'm not going to say that Hispanics and blacks are better. I'm not going to say that LSs are better. They're different. There's different ways about going about things. You know, everything's different. You've got advantages and disadvantages. No one thing is better than another. You have preferences and a choice. Some things are a little bit ahead of other things. I won't lie about that. Some things do have an advantage over other things. But for the most part, when it comes to this racing thing, if big blocks were the dominant thing, everyone would have them. Believe me when I say this, and I don't like to use that word believe me because it usually means that I'm lying. But believe any racer, if you ask any true racer, if there is anything that would give them an advantage, would they go for it no matter how ridiculous it would be? And they'll take it. If you tell any racer, I could put this freaking tape measure in your car, this thing right here, and your car is going to instantly get another 300 horses. They'll put it in. They won't care. They want to see it do it. But the moment it does it, they're in. If you tell a racer, you know, use this freaking deodorant and you're going to gain 75 horses and a full second in the quarter, they'll put it on. They don't care if they itch. They don't care if they're allergic to it. Believe me, some racers out here will literally sell their mama to win a race. So they're looking for whatever advantage they can get, however they can get it. That in itself should tell you something. But I digress. Everybody's so freaking wound up about this stuff. And it really just seems to be the people from Florida. For the most part, that's what I've seen. There's been so many cats from Florida that are so wound up on it. Oh, dude, they would sell their mom, their dog, their freaking sister. They'd probably sell themselves if they could win it. So you got to remember, it's not about anything other than winning. So if it's not about anything other than winning, folks, then why isn't every car out there with a 454? Let's see here. Got to keep a little peek on those two. What's going on, sir?
What's up, man? What's
Not
going
much. Just had to finally throw this thing on and get people to finally stop tagging me on the, yo, listen to all this stuff they talk about big blocks over LS. And I'm like, oh, I'm tired of it. I don't have enough aspirin.
It's funny, man. I got two chassis cars, and you know we run no time. We're building a big rim car now, but we run no time.
Okay.
Grudge racing, and I see all this stuff about the LS, and I see all this stuff about big blocks, stuff like that. People not understanding is big blocks are good. Don't get me wrong, but if you want reliability, you go with the LS, and anything you can't beat technology as far as reliability.
Thank you for going there. I was going to say that, but thank you for beating me to it.
But as far as reliability, you can't beat technology. Nowadays, you can get, you know, if you're only running your car an eighth or quarter mile and you're willing to do the maintenance of tearing that car down after every pass, then go with a big block. Go with a big block nitrous motor. If you want to go out there and have fun and enjoy yourself, you go with something that's going to be reliable and consistent.
People sit here, not to cut you off, but people sit here and think that because they see top fuel cars running 632s, 700 cubic inch motors and doing 4,000 horses, that that's the only way they can go. They don't understand what goes in to actually get a pass down. They don't see that these people blow through in some of these top fuel. Okay, I'm not even going top fuel. Let's say in the 430 and the 470 index cars. Me speaking that, you ought to know what I'm talking about. So we're talking the same language, okay? I've worked on and been around 430 and 470 index cars. The work that goes into just turning the damn thing on, the money that gets spent just getting the car sent down the track, back up, and put in the pits to go get into the next round after qualifying is probably more than what some of these people do in 2 events. But they think that that's just the way to go. Folks, it's not. Oh, he got timed out. I don't know what happened. You know, that's the thing that people don't understand. It's not about what's bigger or better. I predicated this whole argument with above 1,500 horses. Yes, a big block has it because I cannot make the amount of horsepower that I would want to make at the cubic inches that an LS is limited to. The biggest LS that I can realistically make would be about 520 cubic inches, and that's pressing the design as far as it's going to go.
Exactly.
So even if I'm at 3 horsepower per cubic inch, that doesn't necessarily put me anywhere close to 2,500. And that's and you understand that 3 horse per cubic inch is a really high specific number.
Exactly, but look at your maintenance versus a big block maintenance.
Right.
When you start getting that big, I'm gonna give you an example. My 5-inch motor is what is it, 632, whatever.
Okay.
All right. Every other pass, we have to break that motor down.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go through pistons. We have to the rings, and that's just the nature.
There you go. You got perfect seating. Sit down, Sebastian.
I'm sorry, everybody keep me, man.
Yeah, I got you.
You constantly have maintenance. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. You broke up there for a second.
As far as, when you start getting those big cubic inch motors, and a lot of these guys, the builders are not telling them, they're just driving these cars. It costs money to keep these motors going. You're going to keep throwing the rods out the bottom end. Wait till you start buying billet blocks. You'll understand that shit gets expensive. You got 35, 40,000 just in your block.
Here,
I just turned the intake off. I just spent $7,000 on the intake.
Here, you're a racer. You're a racer. You don't build cars. You don't build motors thinking mileage. You build motors thinking passes. I get 30 passes. I get 35 passes. I get 20 passes out of it. We're thinking passes. We're not thinking mileage. It's not how many people I raced. I got 35 passes out of this thing. That includes test passes. So if I get the motor in the car and it takes me a minimum of 5 to 8 passes to shake it out, get it down the track, get the car going A to B, and I only have 35 to 40 passes out of this motor before I have to go through a rebuild, what did I just do? I just ate through 1/3 of my engine's life. And it's money. It's $10,000 every time you take that 632 out and send it to a machine shop to get it broken down. You can't reuse the pistons. You can't reuse your rods. You can barely reuse your forged crank. Your block might be fine with a 5,000s cleanup. And then you have to go back again and reassemble the whole thing. So you started with a 632 and it comes back as a 638, and then tomorrow it's a 640, and then the next time it's a 641, and now you're tossing a $10,000 block away. And people don't understand that that's where it's at. For me, though, I tell everyone this. 1,500 horses or less, realm of reliability and driving it per day, you can't beat an LS. Oh, I lost them there. Now, can you do the same with a big block? Sure, folks. Of course you can. I won't argue that. But the amount of time and money you're going to spend, I don't see it. I don't. But if you're going to be afraid of technology, if that's going to be the reason why you don't want to do it, then sit there and say that. I'm going to reiterate. There's many people that I know that can't read. They barely can write. But these are men and women that I know that if I put a balance, a carburetor balancer in their hands and put some screwdrivers in their hands, they can tune a carburetor like Stradivarius, like a freaking violin. They'll make that thing do freaking handstands. They're that good. But don't ask them to open up a laptop and start tuning. And I'm talking from a place of that I've done this. I started with small blocks. I started with big blocks. That's where I was, working carbureted motors for years. But you have to remember, folks, technology is there not to be feared. It's there to be used. Education and knowledge isn't there to be scared of. Why be afraid of it? For the buck, the LS is going to give you more for one reason. There's just more of it available. The availability of parts for LSs makes them absolutely desirable. It's one thing to say right now, and I make this comment very easily. Let's all go to any junkyard, any pick-a-pull, any salvage yard. Let's just go anywhere right now and count how many vehicles came with LS engines that you could get parts from. Theoretically, that people didn't beat you to them, and then find how many big block powered cars are there or trucks that parts are available. I can go to a salvage yard and probably find 20 5.3 motors. I'll be lucky if I find 5 good big blocks in good working condition. It's just an availability. There's more cams. There's more intakes. There's more ability to do things. Typing keys, I can make the thing do whatever the heck I want it to. I can bolt it up to so many different transmissions. It comes already set up